Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle and I'm doing a reading for Virgo today. That's Virgo in all placements and it's timeless and general, so take what resonates. And if it really doesn't, feel free to check out any of my other videos. They're all timeless and all placements as well. I'm looking at your life purpose and possibly what's coming next. And this can be anything. It can be the thing that you are going to do next to make a living with. Or it could just be your next favorite hobby, whatever it is that's going to boost you. And I'm noticing that with this reading, it's not really pinpointing what exactly it is. That's for you to figure out. It's more kind of the energy that's moving with you that you can work with to move forward. And yeah, so anyway, we've got JoJo here and Rebecca. Thank you guys so much for joining, and thanks so much to all of you for liking, subscribing, and sharing and helping my channel to grow. It is happening slowly but surely, and I'm just so excited. I'm grateful. So anyway, let's start by getting a couple of angel cards. I'm realizing that with this new camera setup that I can probably, I don't know, I probably need a bigger table, but I can maybe like show my cards more so you can see them. So I'm not always just holding them up. Anyway, ooh, we've got expansiveness. Is it going to focus? Come on, camera. I don't know. It's probably good enough. You can take my word for it. Oh, we got hot air balloons. All right. Expansiveness and spontaneity. Yes. Love it. Ah, there we go. Wow. This is really big, beautiful energy. This just it's growth and playfulness and joy. Exploring new things, broadening your horizons, trying things that maybe you never thought you could do before, and just kind of like, on a whim, just like, all right, I'm just gonna go for this. Whatever this is, it feels, in a way, it feels a little outside of how the Virgo energy typically is. Having a fair amount of Virgo in my chart, it can sometimes be challenging to be spontaneous, to be expansive, because there's this more detail-oriented energy, this like wanting to have your ducks in a row, wanting to make sure all the pieces are in place, and it can make spontaneity challenging sometimes. And so this is kind of you getting outside of your comfort zone, possibly. Kind of, I'm getting like almost reinventing yourself. So that's really cool. I am gonna pick some cards from the Elemental Oracle. Ooh, left flat foot is here. Good morning. Thanks for joining. Okay. Elemental Oracle. We've got the equator. To make equal. Number 5. Really love this card. Magic and alchemy. 43. Oh my, there are certain words that really get me excited. Spontaneity is one of them. Magic is another one. Equality also. And sun. What does it say? Sun and light. 6. Wow, 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 wow. I'm getting that you're in the process of balancing these different parts of yourself, the dark and the light. There's this the shadow, better to say, the shadow and the light. The um it's that whole yin yang thing. And I love this card because it's like the shadow is the one pointing you in the direction you need to go. The shadow, your shadow side is where the magic lies. So there's some amount of shadow work that you may be doing already, that you've been thinking about doing. If not, look into it. There's all kinds of information on the internet. um, that's where your power lies, is owning parts of yourself that you may have pushed down, thinking this is bad. I can't. For being we're so often we're made to um, feel bad about ourselves, about certain aspects of ourselves. And we end up feeling shame and guilt about who we are. And in pushing that part of ourselves away, we just we make it bigger. It grows. Um, it festers. And this is bringing it to the light and understanding that it is the key to this expansiveness, to being spontaneous, because this is you owning everything, all your perfect imperfections. And as Virgos, I mean, very often there's this need for perfection, and it can cause analysis paralysis. And so anyway, there's this magic. There's this, it's alchemizing the energies. It's understanding that there's a beauty in the imperfection, that nothing is perfect as much as we would like it to be. And so with this, it's kind of working with the energies, learning how to get a hold of the energies rather than feeling like, you're kind of being tossed around by the energies. This is you getting a handle on them and working them to your favor, and learning how to harness that power. It's a spectacle. I don't know what you're doing. You could be a light worker, identify as a light worker. You could be working what am I saying, like learning how to be a healer, working with your hands in some way. Somehow you are unleashing an incredible amount of power and light. It's amazing. This is a huge part of this expansiveness. Wow. Okay. It's very powerful. So I'm going to go with the Tarot of Mystical Moments. Redbeard made it. Hello, sir. Thanks for joining. All right. So, what's trying to come forth beyond like intense power and light and heat? A lot of heat. 8 of Pentacles. 4 of Wands. And we've got the sun. Where is the sun? Why is he not in the chat? We've got the sun twice. This is major. Um, your your primary goal is not only happiness, is joy and celebration. Moving towards enlightenment, abundance in all the ways. And this is because of you working on what is most important to you. Maybe you're wanting to I don't know, maybe you're an artist, or you have some kind of hobby, crafty hobby, something that when you do it, it's one of those things that you're able to lose yourself in because it's so enjoyable. Um, and with all those butterflies, I mean, she is holding the butterfly. It's like she's cradling it in her arms. It's beautifying the transformation, beautifying the metamorphosis, embracing the metamorphosis. I mean, it's that idea. Okay, so um I'm thinking about like how the caterpillar becomes the butterfly, right? In the world of the caterpillars, they will we'll just use this as a sort of allegory. But let's say in the world of the caterpillars, they're like, we are caterpillars. This is who we are. We eat, we sleep, we get fat, we do the things, right? And we see the butterflies around. I have a book actually. I don't know where it is right now. I think it's called Hope for the Flowers from the 70s. Anyway, and so they might see a butterfly and be like, whatever that thing is, we're not concerned with that. We are caterpillars. This is who we are. This is what we do. And um and then becoming the butterfly, it's a radical departure from everything you've ever known. It is a literal death, and it requires a leap of faith. Majorly, and it's all part of the process. But I'm also reminded of, there's this wonderful album from the 70s by Harry Nielsen called The Point. And there's this really, basically the main the moral of the story is that by being different is, even though you might be told something is wrong with you, you might even experience some kind of banishment, but in your in accepting your differences, how you're different to others, you learn to, it's like you, trying to figure out how to articulate this, because it's like, when you can really truly feel better about who you are and show up and be like, hey world, this is me, I'm different, I'm a butterfly, I'm not a caterpillar anymore. The world is going to, it's going to accept you. Maybe there are some, caterpillars who are still like, don't, yeah, that's not my thing, or that's weird, you're not who I thought you were, whatever. But primarily the world is going to be like, oh my god, what an amazing transformation, I want to do that too. Show me how. Like something that you're doing is showing others just by you showing up and leading by example is helping others in this amazing way. People cannot ignore the light. They're watching. They're seeing the spectacle and just in amazement and like I could just sit and watch this forever. Virgo is amazing. And yeah, and so, here you are living your best life or this is what you're working on. You know what you want. You know you want the ultimate happiness. And Virgos are awesome at applying themselves when they are, especially when they are inspired. Doing the work, taking those practical steps to be able to have those fulfilling connections and ultimately that self-mastery that where you're able to find and create that baseline of happiness that you can always fall back on no matter what gets thrown your way. Okay, so Linda is here. Yay, good morning. Thanks for joining. All right, so going with here, let me go with what's it called again? The Neoteric Feminine Tarot. What's the strongest foundation to build upon? The Lovers, Gemini energy. The Knight of Cups, which is, I don't know the specific sign, but it's water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And Page of Wands, fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is choosing love and passion. Choosing the things that expand your heart and get you super excited, that launch you higher and farther than you could just by simply walking or jumping. um, this could also speak to finding somebody um, who can walk the path with you. And I don't know that that's the right way to say it. You can finding someone. It's like there could be somebody in your environment, someone around you who you already know, or this is someone you have yet to meet, but it's somebody who who sees your vision, who can hold that space for you, hold that vision and help you as you walk the path. Someone who potentially has a similar vision themselves. There is there's a vulnerability here. Being open about your love for adventure, your excitement for something new, potentially making someone an offer or accepting an offer from someone to go to head out on a new experience. I mean, with the Four of Wands and the Knight of Cups here and the Lovers, this could potentially be somebody. You could already be with them, married or in a connection, um, or it's somebody, like I said, somebody you have yet to meet who shows up and it's like they're on that same path as you, or they want to walk that same path with you. And so if there's any part of yourself where you're like, no, I'm going to do this alone, which I really don't think there is, because your whole I feel like what you're working towards is having that solid connection. And it doesn't have to be romantic. This can be your new bestie. This can be, somebody like who you really get along with and you see the potential for some kind of like business partnership or something. Yeah. Somebody who could be very different from you in a way. Um, but also the same. Huh. Okay. So I'm going with the Mystic Mondays. Mystic Mondays Tarot. Pisces is the Knight of Cups. Thank you. Try and commit that to memory. Okay, so what could potentially hold you back? What can potentially hold Virgo back? Ten of Cups. The Hierophant. My goodness. That's Taurus energy. And the Two of Swords. It seems like following tradition, doing things the way you've been taught, the way you see others doing them, isn't necessarily the right path for you. You can certainly learn from others and from what's done before, learn from various traditions. But this speaks to needing to create new traditions for yourself, to kind of go bushwhacking, to like figure out a whole new path that maybe no one's ever, done before. No one's ever followed before. I don't know, I can't think of how to say it, but there's this sense of, it's like I was saying before, wanting that ultimate wish fulfillment, wanting that perfect scenario, happily ever after, the way we get taught happens in fairy tales. We ride off into the sunset and everything is perfect. That is not how life works. And this is you needing to, um, I learned this concept a while back, and it's what helped me start this channel. It's called taking imperfect action. So many of us don't even want to begin until we already have everything in place. We already know everything. But unfortunately, if you follow that kind of line of thinking, you might never get started. And so this is about just saying, okay, well, I have a certain amount of knowledge, I have a certain amount of understanding, I just need to start. And that's what I did with this channel, and oh my god, those first videos are so cringy. But I knew that if I didn't start, if I that I wouldn't I wouldn't do it. If I waited until I knew enough. And so this is about figuring out, mm, not figuring out, it's about allowing yourself, like I said, to take that imperfect action, to be okay with getting tripped up sometimes. When you go bushwhacking, there's going to be roots in the ground that you trip over. You're going to get scraped up. There's going to be, it's a little messy. It's not a, perfectly, um, um, cultivated path, right? So try not to get caught up in shoulding all over yourself, basically. Shoulding. I should do this because that's what people expect of me. I should do this because that's how people have been successful in the past. This is about needing to let go of that idea and to just be like, okay, what do I want to do? Might be crazy, might feel crazy, might seem pointless, but if it's interesting to you, if it's exciting, it's what it's what wants to happen. It's the universe kind of providing you that those ideas, that information, that inspiration to be able to just start something. So, what have you forgotten that could help boost you? I'm going to use the Tarot of Transcendence. What have you forgotten? Six of Swords, Ten of Swords, Five of Pentacles. It's it's similar to the Leo reading I did, or I feel like there was a similar message where um you've you've experienced a tremendous amount of loss, potentially, um loss, hardship, betrayal, a lot of pain, um you know, metaphorical death. But you've overcome it, and what it has taught you is that what you truly want is peace. You want to move to where things are calm in your life, or move to situations, be around people where you feel comfortable, you feel at ease. It's been difficult for a reason. That's a part of what has helped mold you. And they call it your mess to success. When you have been through something that has been very, very difficult, it not only teaches you compassion and understanding for others, but it also gives you the ability to help others because now you understand. And people, they are most drawn to people who get them, especially if they're struggling with something. And this is you needing to remember that your perfection doesn't lie in doing the things just right. Your perfection lies in the mess that you have overcome in your life within yourself. That is the beauty. That is a part of this shadow side I was talking about. She looks like she's pointing, but she has this kind of holographic world on her hand. There's a whole new world that you are moving toward, that you are creating based on the difficulties you've been through. And this isn't about dwelling on what's happened in the past. This is about you learning and saying, I know there's something better. I know I can create the light. I can create the light and the power because I have it all within me. And people, you have people's attention as you do this. They're like, Virgo knows what's up. Virgo's been there. So, I want to pick some cards from the Familiars Tarot. I haven't used this deck in a little while. What, if anything, needs to be done? This is a long reading. How's my time? It's fine. It's going to go a little long. What, if anything, needs to be done? We've got the Eight of Pentacles again. Keep working on it. The Five of Pentacles. Keep working on it despite setbacks, despite any loss that you experience. Because Queen of Cups, this is about you healing. This is about moving into this energy of expansiveness through tapping in to your ability to love, healing through opening your heart, through loving yourself first so that you can love others. You're already doing the work. Just keep it up. So let me go with the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot. What is the potential outcome? Yeah, repeating cards. That that keeps happening in the readings lately. It's cool. Queen of Swords. Gonna Yeah, unfortunately this deck just is so pastel, it gets washed out. Ah! We got the sun for the third time. Three suns in the reading. This is amazing. This is, this card is known as the happiest card in the deck in the tarot. To have it three times is remarkable. And the Page of Swords. Your happiness. Your happiness lies in being making friends with your mind. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. And so there's very much Virgos tend to use their mind a lot to analyze, to always trying to figure things out, like get in there and figure out the details. And this is about you using that to your advantage. This is about speaking your truth. That's what's going to make you happy. And learning to set healthy boundaries, knowing that you need to focus on you and what's important to you. There's that quote, we teach people how to treat us. This is about you teaching people to respect you and what you're doing. That they might still be caterpillars and you're like, I'm the butterfly and here's what's possible. And some of the caterpillars might be like, I don't know. I don't know about that. Doesn't make sense to me. Not my path. But there will be some who are like, show me the way. And this is where your happiness lies. You, again, this is you leading by example. This is you stepping into your ultimate joy. This is attracting all the abundance to you. This is alchemizing. It's turning lead into gold. I'm getting like, you're going to get to a point where it's like you have the Midas touch. And you may have people watching you. Maybe you're going to be like in the spotlight with the sun here. Like you can't not be seen. And people are going to be watching you. Whether you're doing something in the spotlight or not. They're you're I feel like I'm kind of getting that you are going to change the minds, the hearts, and the perspectives of people just by you being your most awesome self and really standing in that power and owning your light, making happiness and joy and love your primary goal, your primary focus. And that's when all the pieces just fall into place. And that's where you can just be spontaneous because you're like, I'm already really good. And so I can just I can jump at a moment's notice. I can jump and fly, right? With those hot air balloons. So funny. This one doesn't want to come on. Well, anyway, I think I did it before. Yeah. So anyway, this is beautiful. This is this is the best reading I've done in this series. I'm so excited. And I'm gonna leave it there. Um, so way to go. You just keep doing you, keep working on stuff, and it's gonna lead you to amazing, amazing places. So thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you on the next video. Mwah. And thanks again so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing.